adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education and Talent. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today and to share with you, of course, some of our updates. We also have a few questions left from last month's ABBA month quiz that we will run through today, and just a reminder for those who won prizes previously on the ABBA month quiz, you are to contact the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society right there at the Museum of Nevis History, and they will give you the instructions to collect your prize. So you have to go to the Museum of Nevis History right there on Low Street to collect your prize, and they had available gift cards for pizza and other items from Boddy's restaurant. And so that's just a reminder for those individuals. Additionally, of course, we know that we have come to the end of the 2020 of term 1 of the 2024-2025 academic year. Time really flies when you're having fun, and so we look forward to, I know all of our teachers and students are looking forward to their Christmas break, and Christmas break has officially started. We want to extend highest commendations to all of our staff members who have worked tirelessly this term amidst so many different activities happening, and who ensure that the students were able to be successful during this term. We encourage our parents and students as you go into the Christmas break. It is not too long of a break, it's just about 1 month long. It's exactly 1 month long, and we encourage you to take some time to ensure that you maintain that balance, ensuring that you're tapped in to your academics as well, so that you can continue to be successful as you go into term 2. As I talk about, and I'll start right there, being successful and being connected to your academics, please note that there are some instructions, there's some activities that are available for you, for your children, parents, so that they can remain connected to their academics. They can remain continue to interact so that they do not experience too much learning loss. And so the Nevis Public Library has the Tree of Tales, and I'm encouraging all of you to participate in the Tree of Tales. What is the Tree of Tales? I'll give you the overview first, and then I'll go through some of the guidelines and some of the rules for you. So the Tree of Tales is aimed at encouraging our children to continue to read and to read throughout the Christmas season, and also to ensure that they are visiting the Nevis Public Library. And so we have some cutouts and some ornament cutouts at the library, and we have an empty Christmas tree. And for every book that our children read, our children and young adults read, they are expected to complete the basic information about the book, the author, the title of the book, and a summary of the book. And they would note it at the back of the Christmas cutout, and then they would hang that cutout on the tree. So we're decorating the tree with books, Tales of the Christmas Tree. They can also go ahead and add a bit more to the ornament itself, so it can become a crafting activity. Parents at home, they can add a bit more to the ornament, and also the person with the most creative ornament at the end of the process would win a prize. So we have prizes for various categories: those children ages 3 to 5, those 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 16, and 17 and over. And so we think that that would capture most of our young adult and children and young adults. And so parents, you know that sometimes the younger readers may end up reading a lot more books, and so we wanted to make sure that we created a level playing field, so you are working alongside and competing with those in your age category. Once again, the categories are ages 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 16, 17 and over. And even if your children are not ardent or avid readers, that's okay. If they read 1 or 2 books, I think just the idea of ensuring that they are reading and thinking about what they're reading, that I think is very commendable. And so visit the Nevis Public Library. And you can read books they can read books that are at home as well, but at least half of the books must be from the Nevis Public Library. So if your child is not a member of the library as yet, it is not too late. When you go to the library, or when you go to get your ornaments, then you can sign up for the Nevis Public Library. And so that is the overview of the Tree of Tales. So I'll take you through the guidelines quickly. So the Nevis Public Library is pleased to present the Tree of Tales competition. Participants are encouraged to read books throughout the month of December and to complete a Christmas ornament which provides a summary of the book. The ornament can be homemade or one of the cutouts available at the Nevis Public Library. All participants must register for the activity. If the participants are not members of the library, they can sign up for the library and then register for the competition. The process is very simple. Participants can take a blank ornament cutout and include the following information at the back, because the ornament cutouts have the space at the back for you to include the information: the name of the participant, the name of the book, the book's author, and the summary of the book. For those children ages 3 to 5, they can draw a picture which speaks to their interpretation of the book. Participants should bring the ornaments to the library and ensure that the library staff document the submission and then proceed to hanging them on the tree. Participants are encouraged to bring the ornaments on a continuous basis and not all at once, because we want to see the progression of the empty tree down to the completed tree. Your rules: participants must be members of the Nevis Public Library. As I said, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Participants should complete the ornament for each book between December 1st and 12th and 12 noon on December 23rd, and hang them on the tree. At least a half of the books should be from the Nevis Public Library. Participants with the most books read in each category will win a prize. Prizes will be presented on Christmas Eve, so it's almost like a Christmas gift for our students. And a bonus: participants can decorate their ornaments if they wish, for a chance to win the Best Decorated Ornament Award. All winners will be contacted at the end of the day on the 23rd of December and will be expected to attend the award ceremony on December 24th, 2024. Make this a Christmas to remember. Alright, so we're going to take a short break, and then I'll give you a bit more information on Tree of Tales.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know, we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, It's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education Etal, and we are here with you this morning. We're sharing some information. We started off with the Tree of Tales. Read, decorate, and celebrate, and we'll definitely, we hopefully will see our children reading, that they'll be able to decorate their various ornaments, and then we'll be able to celebrate their victories and all of the books that they read at the end of the time period. It's a holiday reading competition at Nevis Public Library going until December 23rd, 2024. We want at the end of the month, at the end of the competition, that the entire Christmas tree is covered with Christmas ornaments, which shows that our children across the island have been reading, and that is something that we think that is important. And as I've said to you parents, the children sometimes get very much enthralled and engaged in the technology, and they forget the importance of remaining connected to their tangible books and academics, and ensuring that they're creating that balance. I know Christmas time is about all of the toys and all of those types of things, but I want us to remember that we should really put every effort into encouraging our children, and also to encourage them to be members of the Nevis Public Library. Just know that reading and the books can be audiobooks. There's some audiobooks, they're Kindle books that they can access. The only caveat is that at least half of the books read should be from the Nevis Public Library. So we have just about 2 weeks to go, and I will make sure that by next Friday I take a stop by the Nevis Public Library so that we can see how we're coming along and getting our parents involved, getting our children involved in this very important activity. We look forward to the close out and seeing the tree filled with the Christmas ornaments, which represent all of the books which were read by the students. If you need information, any more information, or information on the registration process, remember to contact the library. They have the registration packet. One of the documents you would keep with you, that's the guideline document, and then we have the registration document as well. So reach out to the Nevis Public Library, and the ladies there will be more than happy to help you with this process. Contact information 469-5521 extension 6860 or 6862, and email central.library@nia.gov.com. That's central.library@nia.gov.com. So please make sure that your children are in it. They have to be in it to win it. That is one of the many activities happening at the library this season. On December 11th, we will see the parent session. There will be a parent empowerment session happening, and we encourage all parents to join. They will talk a bit. There will be conversations around literacy, how to get your children to read more, how to provide support for them at home, how to work with your students who may be children who may be neurodiverse as well, and all of those opportunities are there. So we encourage you to really put forward the effort, parents, to go on out, and your child is not too young, not too old for you to attend this session so that you can learn more about that. We also have coming up at the Nevis Public Library, the December 18th is the PJs in the library. I love PJs in the library, and that will be an activity happening on December 18th. And on that day, we will see the that. And by the way, registration for PJs in the library is closed. We maxed out very early on, and we want to thank those parents who came on board early and supported the process. And we look forward to seeing your children on December 18th for the PJs in the library activity. Parents, we encourage you to come along with them, because we want it to be an interactive activity where you work with your children on the various activities which will occur during that night, and then we'll end out with a closeout, and from there we'll go on. So we're so happy to offer you all of these activities. So you realize that December is a packed month for the Nevis Public Library. You have Tree of Tales, you have the Parent Empowerment Session, you have the PJs in the library, all happening during the month of December. So parents, there are many opportunities for your children to read, and for those who attend the PJs in the library, the books that are read there can be added to your list as well to help to decorate your ornament for the Christmas tree. So we know that by the 3rd of December we will have a full Christmas tree, and we're so happy about that. We also have a few other activities happening within our ministry that I want to share. This coming week, we are going to see representatives from the Venom Football Academy. They will be visiting the island to host a clinic, and so the clinic will run from December 9th to 13th at the ETW Park. This clinic is designed for a specific grouping of students, and so the students were selected prior to the start of the clinic, and so we can look forward during this week to seeing those children at the park. The parents should have been alerted, and so we look forward to seeing them. The following week, however, we will see another activity happening, and this is what we call a Pee-wee football clinic. And Pee-wee football, of course, is very popular across the various countries of the world. And so on the 16th and 17th of December, we will see the Pee-wee football clinic. The Pee-wee football clinic will have children from across the island, ages from kindergarten to grade 3. They'll be taught the fundamentals of football, and this is part of our Football for Schools initiative. And then we will end each day with a festival. The first day, of course, demonstrating skills, and the second day we'll end with a series of short games as part of a festival. And it is our hope, as time progresses, to continue with the Pee-wee football program so that we can build those skills going up. And the Football for Schools, as you would remember, was a part of an MOU that we signed as a ministry with the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association through FIFA, and it allows for access to several opportunities and resources as we implement the Football for Schools program. And so parents, there was a link previously circulated. We will recirculate the link during the course of this upcoming week, and we encourage you to register your children to be part of this Pee-wee football program, and we will reach out to those parents who sign up in short order as well, so that they can be part of this football clinic. That's the Pee Wee Football Clinic, the 16th and 17th of December. Then on the 18th, we are going to do a female football clinic, and of course it's also part of the football for schools, and we know that FIFA often has a focus on female football and the female football leagues, and so we are ensuring that we have all of the areas of the MOU covered. We have done some work in the primary school football. We have the Pee Wee football coming up in short order, and then we will also have some festivals with our female footballers. So we look forward to those interactions and engagements, and we encourage the parents to continue to support us as we provide those opportunities for our students. So as we're seeing, we have opportunities which are academically linked. We have opportunities which would promote physical activities, and so parents, once again, it's not for lack of opportunities and activities. We encourage you to register and to ensure that your children are part of these activities. Throughout the Christmas season, we will have a lot of technology, as I said, and we'll have a lot of eating, and so we have to make sure that we balance those out by providing opportunities for our children to engage their minds and to engage their bodies. And we do not want it to be a case where our children are at home not doing much. Parents, we also encourage you, as you receive your children's report cards and you look through their papers, that you have them review the areas that they fell short on during the end of term assessments, or in the subject areas where you see they need some support. Please make sure that they are putting in some work. We do not expect that the Christmas season will be spent doing work. There are lots of Christmas tree lightings and various activities happening across the island, and we want you to support our sister departments as they have their various Christmas tree lightings. As you know, the Department of Community Development has the full roster of Christmas tree lightings happening, and for those who have the passport, there is a passport available here on Nevis, that for every Christmas tree lighting that you go to, you have the passport that you get it stamped, and then persons with the most would get a chance to receive a prize. So those are some of the things that are available to us here, and we want to encourage you to really take advantage of what is available here for us on Nevis. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
From the Caribbean's powerhouse.
Merry Christmas from all of us to you. Merry Christmas. It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go.
I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning.
Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
All right, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio, and I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education et al. And this morning we've shared with you some opportunities at our library. We've shared some opportunities happening through our Department of Sports. And just before the break, I mentioned that we know that there are many Christmas activities happening, and so I will take us quickly through the Christmas tree lighting ceremonies. The schedule, we had the big one this Wednesday, Christmas in the Capitol at the Square, and so we want to commend Mrs. Gloria Anslin, who was the patron for that one. And as we proceed, remember, the more Christmas tree lighting ceremonies you attend, the greater your chance of winning the prize. And so we have the Brown Hill Village will be hosting their lighting at the basketball court at 7 p.m. on December 9th. On December 11th, we'll have in Jessup's Village, we'll have the Jessup's community lighting their tree at the Jessup's Community Center. Cherry Gardens on December 14th at the basketball court at 7 p.m. Band's Gut on December 14th at 7 p.m. at the Community Center grounds. Butlers would have their ceremony on December 16th at the Community Center grounds. Cox's Gazebo on December 16th at 7 p.m. Fountain Village will have theirs next to Elfreda Cornelius's shop at 7 p.m. on December 16th. Camps at the Old Methodist Church at 6:30 p.m. Pond Hill on the Pond Hill Main Road, December 18th. Then December 18th, Stony Grove will have theirs at Palm Gardens at 7 p.m. Bath Village will have theirs at the Roundabout at 6:30 p.m. on December 18th. On December 19th, Rollins Village will have theirs next to Paulette's shop at 7 p.m. Government Road on December 19th at the top of Government Road, 7 p.m. Ghana's next to Isilma Daniel's shop at 7 p.m. on December 20th. Brickhill opposite Squeeze Up Bar at 7 p.m. on the 21st. Hanley's Road at the Community Center grounds at 7 p.m. on the 21st. Cotton Ground at the Cotton Ground Community Center grounds at 7 p.m. on that same day, the 21st. And finally, Madden's will have theirs at the Madden's Housing Development on the 21st. Newcastle on the 22nd, the Newcastle bus stop, 7 p.m. And Church Ground will have their lighting on the 23rd next to Margarita Wheels at 7 p.m. So it's scheduled to be a very active Christmas season, and as I said, we want to ensure that your children understand some of the traditions of our island, and that they're actively participating in the various things happening. So parents, we should not be saying that we don't have anything to do and it's a boring season. You have so many activities happening. We encourage you to get your children enrolled in some, if not all of them. Take them with you as a family. You can go out and enjoy some of these activities so that they can experience. I think Christmas is one of the busiest seasons of on our island, and one of the most cheery and jolly seasons, and we want our children to be able to experience that as well. We also want to remind you of the various scholarships available. Remember to stay connected to the NIAHR Scholarships Facebook page. There are a few still open, and we encourage you to just pay keen attention. The Cuban scholarship offer is currently open for 6 persons in the area of medicine, 6 postgraduate medicine, 3 non-medical careers, 2 health technology, 1 dentistry, and 1 health technology short course, which is just about equivalent to an associate's degree. So those are currently available. Applicants for the postgraduate degree must have graduated from Cuba with a medical degree. applicants for the bachelor's degree must be under the age of 25. Applicants must be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, and all documents must be accompanied by a legalized Spanish copy. The following documents are needed: a copy of your degree or high school diploma and the transcripts, a health certificate showing a negative HIV test, a negative pregnancy test, 10 1-inch photos, a recent police record, your birth certificate. And remember, the deadline is March 21st, Friday, March 21st, 2025. You have 3 months to make sure you get it done properly. I suggest that you don't wait until that 3-month mark, that you make sure that you get your information in early, so that if there are any errors or you need any support, you can get that and that you're not rushing. Please reach out to Miss Carissa Griffin, Mrs. Shelley Jones-Liberd, or Mrs. Shanola Murray-Gill at the Ministry of Human Resources, and they will share the information with you. They will walk you through, they will help you to ensure that you give the best possible application. We also remind you of the Russian Federation Scholarship, and this one's deadline is really close. So the Ministry of Human Resources, NIA, is pleased to inform that the government of Russia invites citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis to apply for higher education scholarships in the that offer the below listed benefits: tuition fees, accommodations, monthly stipend. All other expenses will be borne by the candidates. Outside of tuition fees, accommodation, and a monthly stipend, the candidate would have to pay the other fees. Interested persons are required to undergo a 1-year preparatory course to learn Russian language. Kindly note that the application must be submitted online through the portal, and the portal link is available on the NIA HR Scholarships Facebook page, and it must be uploaded before the 7th of January. So you technically have exactly 1 month for those who want to pursue the Russian scholarship. Applicants must submit a copy of the application to the Ministry of Human Resources for their records, and as I said, you know who to reach out to should you need any further information. Remember that we encourage you to apply for scholarships. Please note and please remember that the cost of education is very high, and any support, any help that you can get would definitely help you tremendously. So we encourage you to make sure that you are applying for these scholarships, and in the next month or so we'll see quite a few more rolling out. We can look forward to the various Taiwanese scholarships. Those usually have a deadline of early January, February, and so if you are looking at doing any of those, make sure that you stay connected to the Taiwanese embassy and that you have those. You can also look forward to next year the MUA NIA scholarship. You can look forward to the UVI scholarship. That is a very popular one as well, and so among many others that will come our way, we encourage you all to ensure that you are registering for them and that you are taking your time in going through the application process. Remember, when you're doing a scholarship, you have to make sure that your application is very outstanding, and so you have to be meticulous and take your time in doing so. It does not make sense to rush through last minute and then your application is of a very low standard. That would take away or detract from your application and perhaps your chances of being successful. We also want to take a few moments out. Last week we had Jack here with us, and we were speaking about the upcoming last week we were talking about the CDMA conference and the youth summit, which happened here on Nevis, and I promised that I would come back this week and bring you just a quick update. So the conference was very successful, and I say kudos to all of the stakeholders who had the opportunity to ensure the success of the forum. Also to our students who I think engaged well, and they were able to meet persons from across the region. In some instances, some persons who are represent international organizations, and I think that they represented very well. I had the opportunity to engage with the students during one of the sessions, and we spoke a lot about leadership and the characteristics that we need to be leaders in the awareness campaign. We know that we have our student ambassadors who come to Vaughan Radio, and so we spoke about that a bit in the presentation. They come to Vaughan Radio once per month at the end of the month, and they share the information, their disaster mitigation information, and go through the disaster and multi-hazard awareness campaign, and that was very impressive for them. And so we use that to demonstrate that you can't be too young and to be a leader, and that you can identify a cause and be able to pursue the cause. Like Mr. Kodra, when he called in last week, he spoke to the fact that they would learn about mapping and digital mapping, and so many of them spoke about those opportunities, and they really appreciated it. And I think that we should be very proud of the students for engaging and for taking advantage of these opportunities. And so congratulations to here on the ground, the Nevis Disaster Management Department and the Department of Education, who worked collaboratively to make sure that the Youth Forum was a success. And on the wider scale, we had the Ministry of Communications here on Nevis. We had NEMA on St. Kitts and all other entities, which ensured that the event was successful, and of course that we had our maiden run and we did it very well. So kudos and commendations to you, and we really appreciate. Just a gentle reminder as well, yesterday we saw the Aspire Day happening on Nevis, right in town next to the DR Wallwin Plaza. The persons from the Aspire program were there for about 3-4 hours, and I noticed, and as I went through, that there were several persons who were present, and we want to commend the parents who ensure that their children were registered or are registered for the Aspire program. For those who did not get to register, it is not too late. If you missed Aspire Day, you can still register for the Aspire program on aspire.gov.kn. You will be, of course, we know that you have to be a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis within the ages of 5 and 18 by birth or descent. You must reside here. You must be enrolled in a school or registered for home schooling, and the benefit would be $500 in St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla Bank savings account held in the Aspire participants' names, and $500 invested in publicly traded shares. The participants must remain in the program for a minimum of 5 years or until they turn 18, whichever happens first. For those who are going to register online, if you missed it, you need to have your birth certificate or valid citizenship certificate. You need to have proof of residential address. You need to have your the parent or guardian's valid photo ID, such as the social security card, driver's license, or passport, and the parent or guardian's email address for future correspondences. So it's very, 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 very easy. Just need those 4 things. You go online, aspire.gov.kn, and you register. We'll take a break, and after we return, we will have some questions that were left over from the album month quiz, and we would love to hear from you, our students. I hope you're not put that last, because I know that you're on vacation and might be sleeping in late, but we encourage you to call in and to participate. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughan.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go.
let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Right, welcome back to Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education and Talent. As I said just before the break, we had some questions remaining from the last ABBA month quiz, and so we are going to throw them out. Remember that you can collect your prizes at or reach out to the Museum of Nevis History. These questions are from the Museum of Nevis History, and so we encourage you to reach out and to respond to as many of the questions as possible so that you can win prizes. All right, so for the primary school, question 1, name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal. Name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal. Numbers call 4691616, 4691700. Primary schooler, name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal, and know that you will be eligible for a prize of a $25 food or drink voucher that can be used at Buddy's. Okay, so that's the question 1 for primary school students. Name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal. Secondary school students, why are trees essential to combating global warming? Why are trees essential to combating global warming? Once again, numbers to call 4691616, 4691700. For the primary school students, remember the prize is a $25 gift voucher for food or drink that can be used at Buddy's, and this is sponsored by the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. Name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal. We have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm very well.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so can you tell me the name of a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
The shrub is lizard bush.
Lizard bush or lizard food. Good job. Congratulations. What's your name?
Renaya Maynard.
Renaya. Spell your name for me, Renaya.
Renaia.
Renaya Maynard. Renaya, now you will have to, your parent or guardian will have to contact the NHCS. So hold on one moment. We'll also take the contact number and the name for them. But congratulations, you did really, really well. We're proud of you, Renaya.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Congratulations to Renaya Maynard. She was just able to win the prize, the first prize that we are giving on behalf of the NHCS. It is part of the ABBA month quiz. As we know, November was ABBA month. We were unable to share these questions last week, and so we are using them this week. And Renaya's question was, name a local tree, shrub, or plant whose name includes an animal, and she spoke to the lizard food. We also know that we have the horse banana, we have the dog apple or the dog pond apple, and we have bird pepper. we have tiger lily. So those are just some of the things that are available. Renaya hit the nail on the head when she spoke to the lizard food. Secondary school students, why are trees essential to combating global warming? Why are trees essential to combating global warming? That was the question for the secondary school students. Primary, another question for you. Name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. I hope our primary school students know about the sandbox tree. Name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. 469-1616, 469-1700. That question is for our primary school students. Name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. 469-1616, 469-1700. Secondary school students, just a reminder of your question. Why are trees essential to combating global warming? And I know that you know this, probably you grew up learning about it, but definitely in your first form integrated science and second form integrated science, all students would have been exposed to this, and through the various global warming campaigns, secondary school students should be exposed to the answer. Remember, the prize is a $25 gift food or drink voucher, which can be used at Buddy's and can be collected at the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. So, question for primary school students. Name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. One interesting or notable fact about the sandbox tree. 469-1616, 469-1700. Secondary school students, why are trees essential to combating global warming? Why are trees essential to combating global warming? We have just about 5 minutes remaining, and we want to hear from you, our primary schoolers, on your question, secondary schoolers on your question. So primary schoolers, name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. One notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. And then for the secondary school students, we asked why are trees essential to combating global warming. 469-1616, 469-1700. Let me add an easier one for our primary, just in case that one is tripping you a bit. So I have two questions on the table now for primary schools. Name one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. Name one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. 469-1616, 469-1700. Name one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. That's primary school. That's the second question for the primary schools. The first question was, name one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. So primary schools, you have two questions on your table. One notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree, and the second one, name one fruit growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. Okay, 469-1616, 469-1700. And for secondary schoolers, why are trees essential to combating global warming? While we are waiting for our callers, we want to remind you all of the Tales of a Tree activity happening at the Tree of Tales activity happening at the Nevis Public Library, where we're encouraging children to go on in, to read a book, to read several books, decorate an ornament, hang them on the tree. The child with the most ornaments at the end of at 12 noon on December 23rd will win a prize, which will be given on December 24th, Christmas Eve. Okay, 469-1616, 469-1700. Just going back to our quiz questions. Question for primary school students. We had two questions on the table. Name one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it. And so we know that we can look forward to hearing from you. 4691616. I know, children, that you know a tree that has the word apple in it. So parents, let them call in 4691616, 4691700. We also want to know if you can think of one notable or interesting fact about the sandbox tree. And for the secondary school students, we want to know, why are trees essential to combating global warming? Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, are you calling from primary or secondary school?
Secondary.
Secondary. So the question for you is, why are trees essential to combating global warming?
Trees are important to combating global warming because they absorb carbon dioxide during photosynthesis.
All right, perfect. Okay, so that is exactly the answer. What is your name?
Janari Emerson.
Janari? Okay, congratulations, Janari. And your prize can be collected at the NHCS. All right?
Okay.
Great job. Okay. So secondary, we've knocked out one question for you. Primary, can you tell us one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple in it? Primary school student, one type of fruit tree growing on Nevis which has the word apple on it. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Which question are you answering?
The one what says
The one with the sandbox or the one with the apple?
sugar apple
Okay.
was the answer.
Sugar apple is the answer. What's your name?
Renaya,
Renaya, you called us back because you are up and alert. Where are all of your classmates? Are they sleeping? Maybe. All right, congratulations. You're correct, Renaya.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Okay, so I think we will have to cut there unless somebody knows an interesting fact about the sandbox tree. We'll cut there, but Renaya gave us the correct answer. One of the local trees with the word apple in it. So we know we have the sugar apple. We know we have the custard apple. We know we have the golden apple. And those are just some of our local fruit trees with the name apple in it. I would have loved to hear the interesting facts about the sandbox tree, but we have come to the end of the show, so we are going to have to cut here and pause. Thank you for listening, and we congratulate those who participated and won prizes, and we look forward to interacting with you next week. Until then, we wish you a very, very, very successful and safe week, and we'll see you next Saturday.